March 6, 1981. A crowded courtroom in Lübeck, Germany. A man sits in the defendant's chair. He killed a child. Then the child's mother stands up. She walks toward him. She pulls out a pistol, and she fires 8 rounds. 7 hit him. He dies on the floor. That woman did not try to escape. She simply said, "I did it for my daughter." This is not fiction. This is the true story of Marianne Bachmeier. And by the end of this video, you will ask yourself one question. Would I have done the same? May 5th, 1980. A quiet German town. 7-year-old Anna Bachmeier gets into an argument with her mother, so she decides to skip school. Just a few hours of freedom. That decision would cost her everything. Anna wanders into the home of a neighbor, a 35-year-old butcher named Klaus Grabowski. He invites her inside. She never comes back. But here's the first shock. Grabowski was a convicted predator. He had already harmed 2 young girls years before, and he had been chemically castrated. That was supposed to keep him harmless, but the German legal system allowed him to take hormone treatments to reverse the castration. The state made him dangerous again. That night, Anna's mother, Marianne, waits. Anna doesn't come home. The police search. 2 days later, a body is found in a cardboard box, left on the bank of a canal. Anna, killed with a pair of tights. Marianne Bachmeier does not scream on the news. She does not cry in public. Instead, she becomes silent, and that silence was the beginning of a plan. Klaus Grabowski is arrested, but here's where the story takes an even darker turn. During questioning, he doesn't just confess, he lies to make himself look like a victim. Grabowski tells police that 7-year-old Anna tried to blackmail him. He claims she asked for money in exchange for keeping quiet. A child blackmailing an adult. It was absurd, it was disgusting, and yet it was reported in the press. Marianne reads those words at home. She later said, "He turned my murdered daughter into a criminal, and he made himself the victim." She tried to stay calm. She told herself to trust the trial, but inside, something was breaking, and she began to ask herself one question. What would stop him from doing this again? The trial begins, March 1981. Day 1 and Day 2 are pure torture for Marianne. She has to sit and listen to lawyers debate technicalities. She has to hear Grabowski's defenders paint him as a confused, broken man. On the second night, she visits a shooting range. She has never fired a gun before. She buys a Beretta 70 pistol. She hides it in her purse. The next morning, she wears a beige trench coat. She passes through courthouse security. In 1981, German courthouses did not have metal detectors. No one checked her bag. She sits in the 3rd row, directly behind the defendant. Grabowski is brought in. He looks relaxed, confident. He knows his lawyers are good. Then Marianne stands up. She later said, "I didn't feel anger. I felt cold, very cold, and I knew exactly what I had to do." She walks forward, 5 steps. No one stops her. She pulls the Beretta from her purse. She points it at the back of Klaus Grabowski's head, and she fires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The entire courtroom freezes. People scream. A bailiff tackles her, but it's too late. Grabowski slumps forward. He dies within seconds. Marianne drops the gun. She does not run. She does not hide. She looks at the judge and says quietly, "He killed my daughter. I did it for Anna." That moment was captured in the minds of everyone present, but no cameras were allowed, so the only image that survives is a courtroom sketch, a mother standing over a killer with empty eyes. The next morning, Germany wakes up to a firestorm. Newspapers call her a murderer, others call her a hero. Thousands of letters arrive at the jail. Most say, "You did what we all wanted to do." Women's groups hold rallies in her support. Victims' rights organizations use her case to demand changes in the legal system. But not everyone agrees. Legal experts say vigilante justice destroys civilization. Marianne Bachmeier is charged with murder. She spends months in a psychiatric hospital. Doctors find that she suffers from severe post-traumatic stress. She had nightmares every single night. She saw Anna's face every time she closed her eyes. And then, a twist. During the investigation, police discover that Grabowski had made a chilling comment to his fiancée just days before his death. He said, "If I get out, I will find another child." Marianne never knew that, but the public did. And the question became, did she save another child's life that day? The trial of Marianne Bachmeier begins in 1982. It lasts nearly a year. The courtroom is packed every single day. The prosecution argues that no one is above the law. The defense argues that Marianne was not fully responsible for her actions. They say she was driven to temporary insanity by grief and trauma, and by the system that failed her daughter. The verdict? Not murder, not temporary insanity. The court finds her guilty of manslaughter and unlawful possession of a firearm. She is sentenced to 6 years in prison. But here's the part that shocked everyone. After serving only 3 years, she is released early. The judge says she has suffered more than any punishment this court could give. Marianne walks free, but she is not free from Anna. She will never be. After her release, Marianne moves away. She marries a teacher. They try to live a normal life, but the past follows her everywhere. In 1994, she publishes a book. In a rare interview, she says, "I don't want anyone to think I enjoyed it. I did not. I shot him because I believed he would hurt another child, and no one else would stop him." But tragedy was not finished with her. In 1996, Marianne is diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She returns to Germany from Sicily, where she had been living, and on September 17, 1996, she dies. She is 46 years old. Her last wish? To be buried next to Anna. Today, in Lübeck's Bergtor Cemetery, 2 graves lie side by side, a mother and her daughter, finally together. The Marianne Bachmeier case is not just a true crime story. It is a moral puzzle, a test of everything we believe about justice, revenge, grief, and the law. Klaus Grabowski was a known predator. The state knew he was dangerous. They gave him back his hormones, and they put him in a world where a 7-year-old could walk into his home. Marianne did not plan to become a killer. She planned to be a mother, but that was taken from her. And in that courtroom, with 8 shots, she became something else. A warning, a symbol, a tragedy. Some call her a hero, others call her a criminal, but no one calls her wrong for loving her daughter. What do you think? Was Marianne Bachmeier a victim of the system who took justice into her own hands? Or did she cross a line that should never be crossed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more stories about justice, grief, and the darkest corners of the human heart, hit that subscribe button. Because sometimes the most shocking stories are not fiction. They are real, and they are still asking us questions we cannot answer.